This year, the Los Angeles Antique Show has asked me to design an entry tent. And it's kind of a big deal because it has a lot of celebrities that show up, a lot of the best dealers come to it, and everyone has to walk through this tent to enter the show. So it really sets the tone for the event.
This entrance tent. This is the first vision of the show when the crowd comes to the show. So your design for the tent will be extremely important to set the tone of what the Los Angeles Antique Show is about. This is antiquities through modernity. We're incorporating the fashion this year. It's a lifestyle show. So
okay, well, I'll let you approve it. I won't do anything too nutty. Let's say we use this napkin.
Okay.
I kind of was seeing maybe even something that just was two-tone, big stripes that made a point that went down the center.
That's the floor?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna work on it, but...
I mean, I don't want it to be too weird, Mary, you know?
You don't?
No. You know.
Okay, what does that mean to you, too weird?
We want the show to have a certain prestige. We have a lot of national press and magazines coming to see the show. So we want to make this more of a cultural event.
Well,
so
that sounds boring to me. I'm already asleep. That's so boring.
Well, it's going to be your design, but not, you know.
So can I be the fun part? I just kind of want it to be an experience.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I think it has to represent you. That's the reason we ask you to do it.
I was thinking, since I'm having a patterned floor, love, and continue on the wall. I picture it also overscaled, really big scale. Like if it's a stripe, it's this big.
We welcome your stripes.
I know you say this.
Remember, Mary, you only have a day and a half to put it together.
To put in all the walls, and the tent, and the floor.
And the lighting, and...
But how does that get done? Like, this turned into a real job all of a sudden. Well, we'll be leaving. We'll be leaving. Kenna.
Oh, thank you.
You're fired. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Let's go.
Good. So these were a couple initial floor schemes that we did.
Did you do a little paper mock-up?
We have a little paper mock-up.
Okay.
To kind of give you a better idea.
All these fit with the space? Did you do these to scale?
Yes.
This is the wall I wanted where the entry is, so
exactly.
I'm creating a space itself, so you really feel like you're not in a tent. So a zigzag wall fits inside a zigzag floor. And if they don't line up, the whole design is screwed up.
Is everyone with me on the zigzag wall, Ziggy Stardust business?
I also like the freestanding mannequins with dresses. I love that idea.
Classic, which I like that vote.
Inside the tent, we're gonna have a combination of antiques and vintage fashion on mannequins to give the entryway a hip, party-like feel. It's sort of almost a mood that I'm going for.
You want 4 mannequins?
I need more than that.
So 2, 2, 1, 1. It's like a night at the museum.
I just feel like, why don't we shake it up? We don't ever have to do it again. It's who cares if we get fired?
I'm gonna decorate the space with a mix of both antiques and mid-century pieces. I need a visual mix of both, and I really need to get some metals. I need something shiny.
I need some things that are not super crazy so that I have a mix of elegance and rock and roll. I'm getting a little too rock and roll, hence the vest. May we have these?
They're under $100,000, so we're all good.
Well, that's good because they're lamps.
Everything's being donated, so I really have no limits.
Ooh, where can we put a bed?
That goes
I'm loving this. This doesn't have a finished back.
No, no.
Well, no, but the back is finished.
Well, there's... If we
You mean
leave
the rail isn't
yeah,
finished?
the rail is not finished. Thank you for translating.
It's all right. You're a foreigner.
It's my second language.
I'm just kidding. But not really, because you are.
The room needs to have a focus of something. So I need something that's big. I originally planned on a center table, but after seeing this day bed, I feel like it could almost be edgier and a little different.
So
Very, yeah.
It kind of is.
One of the ways to tie very disparate elements together is through color and tonality. So I'm pretty much thinking black, camel, golds.
It's a little bit of a Ampere moment.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
It's very gold. It's really large. So I know that that will anchor the entire room, if I can have the courage to keep the bed under it.
Okay, so everything's super graphic, so I think the dresses should all be black, so it's just
But
a
there's
mess.
so many colors here.
If the dresses get too delicious, then, you know, your work won't be as celebrated.
That's never gonna happen.
I'm not just shopping for antiques today, I also need vintage fashion. And Cameron's one of the best known people for vintage couture and vintage ready-to-wear.
Do you want to do a little Hervé dress?
Let me see. Is that camel? Yes, done, sold.
Without even seeing our actual floor pattern, just knowing the idea, Cameron pulls a dress that I swear is exactly part of our pattern in camel and black. It's just a freaky thing that happened.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Was the floor supposed to be totally painted?
Yes, but the 30 by 40 that we went on the plan is completely wrong.
Is it gonna be okay?
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight.
I'm actually really nervous because I don't think there is enough time.
I know there isn't, and I have to make it look good. It's kind of an honor.
I'm kind of ready to rock and roll and orchestrate what goes where. And Ken has been here since the crack of dawn, so I'm assuming everything's perfect because I haven't heard anything from her.
Wait a minute. Why isn't this further along? Why is that? Wait, where is everybody? Why isn't this done? Like, we don't have time for this. Kenna?
I show up the morning of installation and basically nothing's done. So it's a really great start.
Kenna?
Hi. So, we have some issues.
I see that.
Yes, the tent was too small.
What do you mean? Why is the tent too small?
The plan was wrong. They gave us the wrong plan. Our plan was correct. The building managers gave us the wrong plan.
Did you tell them?
Yes.
I'm panicking
Bit of a
little.
nightmare.
None of the measurements they gave us of the tent are the measurements, which means the wall doesn't fit the floor, which means the mathematical pattern doesn't work out.
So nothing's painted right, not one thing. Well, I don't know. I don't want it like that.
I know. They're gonna fix it.
All of it?
Yeah.
Everything needs to be repainted. So now we've wasted a whole day. It's exactly what I thought would be my worst nightmare.
It just needs to be what we asked for.
Okay.
It just needs to be what we drew. It just needs to be what I spent hours and hours and hours having people plan in my office. And this ain't it. I love Kenna, but she can fix it. Hi.
Hi.
It looks good if we had 2 more weeks, but it looks good.
So, of course, tonight is the night of the antique show opening, and every single thing has to happen today. And I pray to God we get it done in time, because there would be nothing more embarrassing than, I don't know, Heidi Klum showing up and we don't even have walls and we're making them wait outside. Sounds bad.
Did you check all the walls? I mean, we don't have time for that yesterday business. Did you check? Did you?
These are black. Those guys are going in the center. Those
Do you
lines
know
are
where
not
each one of these going?
Yes.
I'm just
No,
like,
I know.
So it seems like somehow after yesterday's debacle, the floors and the walls are actually working.
Is this wet? Yeah, little bit. It's not super wet. It's just don't rub against it. Okay.
So I've got a very short period of time to make sure this stuff goes in. And of course, there's still painters and carpenters and people painting under people hanging things.
The issue is the idea. Okay,
I need help with the stuff I know that's a problem. As long as he gets it up, I don't care. Like, we have 2 minutes. Is it weird half on camel, half on black?
I don't think so.
It has to then be exactly half on camel, half on black.
Since the pattern is the focal point of the room, I had to choose what was going to complement it.
You have to go in a little. It's in a little, in a little.
So every single piece had to be curated to what it covered and what it didn't.
Take that spotlight and put it on hers. Better, huh? You guys just keep going. We're not really done. They need to keep going with that.
It's a real cluster, you know what.
Okay, they're coming, but just touch up while they're coming.
Hello, gentlemen.
Wow. This looks fantastic.
Looks
Do you
awesome.
like?
It looks like that green and white napkin that you showed me.
It kind of does. This actually is the saving grace of the center of the room because there was nothing this big. So I love that. And then oddly, we have this dress that matched.
What I think is amazing, Mary, is how you did the camel and black, but the black and gold, how you made that, in your mind the same as this, and then really stuck to it.
I sure did, didn't I?
Against all odds, we actually reached our goal. We melded fashion, modern, antiques. I think Robert really had the reservations in the beginning, and I think he actually is really happy with it.
Nobody has ever taken the space and made a big room out of it. It's always been a passageway into the show.
I know.
Very proud of you both.
Are you sorry you agreed to do it?
No, I'm not.
No, now that it's done.
I'm sorry you guys sent me the wrong measurements 10 times, but other than
I'm
that.
not in that one.
Yeah.
I'm super relieved. I just am a little concerned. I have about 3 minutes to get dressed, but whatever. I mean, I'm not the star of the show, the room is.